Alright guys, and welcome back to my channel, Skool Gunner. How you all getting on out there, guys? I hope you're keeping well. The day has finally arrived. The big one. The clash of the Titans, if you want to call it that. Manchester City versus Arsenal. Title decider, if you will. That's what it's been classed as. But of course, the title has long been decided. The title has long been decided, unfortunately. Those 3 games we had recently, 3 draws out of 3, 2 of them against relegation teams. Say no more about it. 2 of the matches we were 2-0 up, and the third one against a team bottom of the league at home at the Emirates, we were 2-0 down after like 15 minutes. And we managed to get a 3-3 draw. And some people were celebrating that, saying at least we got a draw. But it might as well have been a loss, because it meant nothing to us at the end of the day. City have closed the gap completely on us, and now we face the trip to Manchester. And we will lose that game tonight. 110%, we're going to lose that game. It's a done deal. Simple as. I don't know what True Gunner thinks about it, but that's my opinion. The league is done, the title is finished, and we're not going to win it. Simple as that. Which is unfortunate, really, because of this season we've had, really. It's been a positive enough season under Arteta and the team. And I honestly believe that the team have given 110%. I honestly do believe that. I'm critical of the last 3 games, but I think that the players have really put in a big effort. Signings in January didn't help us. We didn't strengthen in areas we needed to. And all we needed was that injury to William Saliba, who has arguably been our best defender this season. This season, definitely a hell of a lot better than Zinchenko, who can't defend to save his life. So this is where we find ourselves. I'm working tonight, thank God. We're heading to Manchester, and we're going to get absolutely smashed, in my opinion. They're going to wipe the floor with us, and that ain't no lie. So there you have it, guys. Prepare yourselves, yeah? Prepare yourselves for tonight, because we are going to get trashed. That's how I see things. And even if we get a result and we pull something out of the fire, you know what I mean? I'm the most positive Arsenal fan you could ever meet. And I'm a die-hard Arsenal fan. And that's why it hurts me to say these words. But you have to be realistic. Against Manchester City tonight, the performances over the last couple of weeks are what have caused this problem now. Complete ineptitude. We've had nothing going on. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. That's what happens. You know? It is what it is. Somebody just texted me there, wasting me time. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. The biggest game in perhaps, I don't know how long, is at the doorstep tonight. And it's just a pity that we didn't actually do anything in the 3 games beforehand. It's a real shame that we actually didn't get something out of those 3 games, more than just 3 disappointing draws, because it was the perfect springboard to head to Manchester. At least if we lost tonight, we were still in seat, so to speak. But after those 3 absolutely shocking performances, we're nowhere. Simple as. We're done. Can't say much more about it. It is what it is, I suppose, right? But don't be expecting too much from tonight's game anyway, guys. No point disappointing yourselves, getting yourselves worked up over nothing. You know what I mean? 1 view to this video already. Great to see it doing so well. Maybe people don't like me speaking the truth, but it is. A lot of people have to kind of wake up to what's going on and to what has been happening the last couple of games. Yeah. We got a lucky break against Bournemouth too, I remember. Let me just check the Premier League, guys. Go through the table situation, the standings, the matches. Chelsea are playing Brentford today. Forest are playing Brighton. West Ham are hosting Liverpool. So Liverpool are in East London. And Manchester City are hosting Arsenal. So Arsenal make the trip up to Manchester. Which has not been a happy hunting ground for us of late, of course. But yeah, I suppose that is what it is, right? But yeah, I think we're on a hiding to nothing there, to be honest. We'll have to see the way it works out. I think it's going to be a tricky one. You know what I mean? Alright, here comes the Premier League table finally. I thought it would never arrive. Let's see what's going on with the sports. Let's check some of their pages and see what they're saying about the game tonight. News coming out of there. Supposedly Pochettino is going to be the Chelsea manager. That's the word on the street. He's actually going to be Chelsea manager. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. Hello anyway to True Gooner. I hope you're keeping well, man. If you haven't, guys, check out this guy's channel. Smash the likes for him. Subscribe to his channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell that you get notified every time the man uploads content, alright? But this is the Manchester City Arsenal preview, which I can only see turning out to be a win for Manchester City, to be honest. It's going to be a painful evening for the Arsenal fans. There you have it. Can't say much more than that. Pep Guardiola, Arsenal treated every game like a cup final. We couldn't at first. They didn't need to though, because when they turned on the style, when they turned the screw, they reeled us in. Pep is saying that Arsenal had that feeling this season, every game is a final. For us, after back-to-back titles, it wasn't like that at the start. And always talking about all this and all that, knowing that they have the title with that air of confidence. Arsenal treated every game this season like a cup final, but so do Man City now. I suppose there's a bit of truth in that, yeah. But I mean, the confidence is coming out now in the man. BX Gunner, Kane to Chelsea, then looks likely. Yeah, exactly. If Pochettino takes over at Chelsea, of course, former Spurs coach, and a fantastic coach in my opinion. I mean, give it up to Pochettino, man. He's a fantastic coach. But if he takes over, yeah, then Kane could be going there. I think that's a possibility. And maybe he'll actually win something. You know what I mean? Except the only thing he's won so far has been an argument. And he's only won a couple of those. He loses most of them. So all he's won in his time at Spurs have been a couple of arguments. BX Gunner 81, I think we'll do it. You think we're going to beat City? I've not but respect for you, man, yeah. I'm not laughing at you, yeah, just so you know. But I'm a diehard Gooner. We're going to get smashed tonight. They're going to wipe the floor with us. I mean, you've seen what they did to Bayern Munich. I'm just being realistic, yeah. You've seen what they did to Bayern. Bayern are a far better team than Arsenal. They're much better than us. At the Etihad, man, seriously, I mean, we're not going to stretch them. We're not going to push them. The 2 games they beat us this season, it was really comprehensive. We collapsed completely in the second half. But this is going to be completely different. I mean, we're going to get mauled. We've got no Saliba. He's not been holding everything together, but we play much higher up the field and we're able to press much higher up the field with him in the team because he gives us that defensive security that we can play that way. No disrespect to Holding. He's done well since he came in. When others around him like Zinchenko and Thomas Partey have absolutely collapsed. Shocking performances. Ramsdale, brutal. Holding is not alright, in fairness to him. But when he's playing, we sit deeper. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the pace or the agility of Saliba to cover the ground and to give us that security at the back. So I can only see that game going one way tonight, my friend, unfortunately. It is what it is, I suppose, right? But look, I'll be heading to work in a while, so I'm going to be in work when the game actually kicks off. I hope and I pray that we can get something out of it, but it's too little too late anyway. I mean, the last 3 games have been absolutely brutal. Terrible performances. Now, what can I say? I mean, you can't hide from the fact, you can't escape it. The team has been shocking. And what happened to us in those 3 games, we fully deserved because our performance was not at the necessary level. And now Manchester City and Pep are coming out with all their spiel, their confidence, their belief. Of course, because they know they have us. And we don't have a hope in hell. So of course they're confident. Of course they're believing. 2 people tuning in. Welcome along, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bit of a strange time to do a preview of the game. I know that. But I'm working tonight, so I have no other choice. I could have done one yesterday, but I was working too. So I'm working late nights, you know what I mean? I go home about 1 in the morning. So I think when I get home tonight, I'll be licking my wounds after tonight's game. But God help Arsenal. I'm working very close to the stadium, actually. To the Arsenal Stadium. Of course, the game's up in Manchester tonight. But I'm working close to the Arsenal Stadium, so the team is always in my thoughts. But tonight, it's a no-win situation. We're just going to get battered. But prove me wrong, Arsenal. Prove me wrong, yeah? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Arteta. But I know that won't happen. It's the injury to Saliba has caused a lot of problems, but to be honest, we should have strengthened in the January transfer window when we didn't. And that has caused a lot of the problems that we find ourselves in. We've been struggling. It's not looking good. You know what I mean? I have to say, it's not looking good. So I really don't know what we can do or where we can go from here. It's been disappointing because we've been leading the league since the league began in August. And now to kind of fall away like we have in the last couple of games has been quite disappointing. But look, enough about that. Let me look at the league table and let's discuss a few things. And let's see what's going on now. Hopefully we can do something in tonight's game, but I'll be very skeptical. Right, table, guys. Arsenal are top. We've got 32 games played. City have 30 games played. We've won 23. They've won 22. We've drawn 6. They've drawn 4. And we've lost 3. They've lost 4. We've scored 77. They've scored 78. We've conceded 34. They've conceded 28. We've been so good this season up until the last 3 games, to be honest. Our stats are really good, but we went from 29 games, 23 wins, and 3 draws to 32 games, 23 wins. Stayed the same over those 3 games. And we're from 3 draws to 6 draws. And 2 of those teams we were playing with relegation fodder. So you tell me, yeah. You tell me what's going on, right? And that's basically the way it's been for us. And they're going to be 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. So after tonight's game, City will be, when they win tonight, which they will be 2 points behind us, 2 games in hand. And that's pretty much that. I'd say we're going to come second, yeah. Second is safe enough for us. Right, sorry about that, guys. Wi-Fi acting up a bit. Dad, what are you saying? Ake is actually not going to be playing. And maybe we can do something there, but it's going to be difficult for us either way, you know. It's going to be difficult for us either way. Maybe we can do something, but if he's not playing, but everywhere we are strong, City are stronger in my opinion, are equally as strong. Ake decided the cup game. His performance against the out of form Bukayo Saka. Saka's completely out of form at the moment. Play him in Manchester, I wouldn't. Bring him on in the second half for 45 minutes, I would. But play him from the start. He's been really out of form recently. He's not playing well at all. So I wouldn't play him at all, to be honest. But yeah, maybe if Ake is not playing, we have a chance, yeah, because he kind of decided the cup game, to be honest. His defensive performance against Bukayo Saka, against all of our forward players. And then he stepped up and he scored a great goal, the winner. Yeah, if he's not going to be playing, maybe we have a chance. But you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying, though, right, man? I mean, the last three performances, I mean, okay, maybe leave the Liverpool game because at Anfield, it's never an easy place to go. But like West Ham away, Southampton at home, we had another bite at the cherry against Southampton. I found ourselves 2-0 down after 15 minutes, and we only came alive after the 88th minute and got 2 goals and rescued a draw, which meant nothing. It meant absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Zinchenko, Partey, Ramsdale, awful. Arteta, clueless. It is what it is, you know. I like to tell it as it is. I like to call it as I see it. That is exactly what was going on in that game. We were terrible, atrocious. Everything you wouldn't want in a match happened. So I don't know. It is what it is, man. But they are going to wipe the floor with us tonight. It's just how bad it's going to get. You know what I mean? We're going into the midweek encounter, guys. Today's encounter having drawn each of our last 3 games. It's our joint longest winless run this season. Man City are back within 5 points with 2 games in hand. They've won 8 of their last 9. Points dropped in the second half of the season. First and second half of the season. Man City dropped 15 points in the first half of the season, 5 points in the second. Arsenal dropped 7 points in the first half of the season, 14 in the second. So it's been a complete reversal. A complete reversal in form. Yeah. City's form has been markedly improved in the second half of the campaign, and Arsenal's has dropped off. Pep Guardiola saying that Arsenal's every game was a cup final. It was a bright start, an intensity that Manchester City could not match at the time. But now they've started to get it going towards the end of the season. That every game is like a cup final, and if they lose games, the situation will be over. So there you have it. Maybe too much too soon now for Arsenal, but we find ourselves in this position now where we're going to finish second, unfortunately. And there'll be no league title for the club this season. And yeah, that'll be our season, yeah, because we're out of Europe, we're out of everything. So it is what it is. I'll take it on the chin, I suppose. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, what a game we have ahead of us tonight, huh? Sorry about that noise on the background. Some idiot is doing painting in the place. He's got no sense of anything, to be honest. Yeah, sorry about that noise in the background, guys. My apologies. But yeah, that's where we find ourselves, guys. An absolutely massive game coming up tonight. A game we will lose, in my opinion. I'm working, of course, so we'll see what happens. But we'd have to fear the worst away to City. Yeah. I mean, here on Sports, how Arteta's tactics brought Arsenal into the title. How Arteta's tactics turned the Gunners into title contenders this season. Mikel Arteta has taken Arsenal from 50 title contenders. Gunners can take a big step towards love to beat Manchester City. Of course, that's not going to happen. A picture of Zinchenko giving it the big one, and his performances have been worse than everyone. He's been the worst performer for us recently. It is the game that will define their season. Arsenal go to Manchester City on Wednesday, knowing that victory will put them in control of their Premier League title race destiny. Even if Mikel Arteta's side do not get over the line into first place, we have seen remarkable levels of improvement from the North Londoners, who've gone from 5th to title challengers in the space of a year. But how have Mikel Arteta's side managed such a feat? The success this season can be attributed to Arteta's use of the 2-3-5 formation and the impact of their 5-pound attack. Arteta's in-game tweaks to cause late winners and responses to setbacks. The power of the box midfield. The arrivals of Zinchenko and Saliba. That was Zinchenko. Zinchenko's caused us to lose a lot of games recently. To draw a lot of games, to drop a lot of points, to lose a lot of points. A new look Arsenal. It was the first sign that this Arsenal team was special. Just 5 days before the opening day of the Premier season, Arteta's team trashed Julian Lopetegui's Sevilla 6-0 in the final pre-season game. A friendly, no doubt, but heads were still turned by the result. Asked Flair at anything to name his title contenders, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said his list. Arsenal, I saw the result. Pretty impressive today. I don't think that has ever happened to Sevilla, to be honest. It was the start of a new look Arsenal under Arteta, as there were some surprises in the team. Ben White at right back, Zinchenko at left back and out in midfield, Xhaka playing in an attacking role. This was Arsenal's new 2-3-5 formation, where Arteta's Arsenal split the pitch between 5 defensive players and 5 attacking players, a policy described as 5-5 by Jamie Carragher. Yeah. We're going to have to see what happens. William Saliba and Gabriel in the back 2, White and Zinchenko drifting in from full-back to support, Partey in midfield and Xhaka joining the front 4 of Saka, Odegaard, Jesus and Martinelli in a line of 5. A 5-pound attack is not a new phenomenon in English football. Pep Guardiola is said to be the manager who brought this setup to England with Manchester City. Brighton's success under Roberto De Zerbi has also come through a similar attacking formation, while Liverpool have started playing in a similar way in the last few weeks. Arteta's Arsenal also tried it last season in a different format. Yeah. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, saying a word about that long. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, guys. Hold on to your hats, yeah? Hold on to your hats. It's not for the faint-hearted what's going to be happening tonight. That's for sure. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? We have to prepare ourselves for the worst anyway. Let's be honest about it. Come to the Etihad. The league is already settled, in my opinion, anyway. We're already done. So that's basically that. So that's all we have to offer, yeah. That's all that's going to be going on. No more to say about it. What else can you say? You know what I mean? I wish the team the very best of luck up in Manchester. I know for a fact we're going to lose. The league is already over. And basically that's it. That's our lot. And of course the team are frustrating, and even if they do something and they come out and they win something and they do the business, you just know that, you know, we're just not going to be at the races anyway. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, that's how I see it going down tonight. It's going to be a painful footballing experience, I think, for Mikel and the lads. And the league title, of course, is gone. So Everybody can dream on as much as they want, live in a fantasy world, or whatever you like to live. But that's how I see things. You have to be realistic about things, guys. You know what I mean? You have to be realistic. And the team deserves some credit for the way they have handled things this season. But definitely, the way things are going on now and what's happening to us, it's nothing but disappointing. You know what I mean? That has to be said. I mean, my prediction: 3-0 City. I think they're going to beat us and beat us well. Um, I don't think we have a chance against them, to be honest. Unfortunately. But that's the way it is in football. That's the way it goes sometimes. But they are head and shoulders above us at the moment. They're light years ahead of us. And even if they weren't, at the Etihad, they're just going to batter us. We're on a hiding to nothing. You've seen what they did to Bayern Munich. They've won 8 games over the last 9. They're flying. Haaland is an animal. We are going to get mashed tonight. Trust me. Watch it. You'll see. We're going to get absolutely mashed. And even if the team put in a performance and get something out of the game, it's too little too late, in my opinion. Because the last 3 results, okay, maybe the Liverpool game I can forgive, because going to Anfield is not easy. But the 2 games after that against relegation teams, where we needed to win as well, the last game against Southampton at home, yeah, against the team bottom of the table. So there can be no excuses for those results. The position the team find themselves in now is their own fault. And we're going to go up to Manchester and we're going to get smashed. But I'm trying to give people the heads up now, yeah, because I don't want people being upset when the result comes out, when we get demolished. I'm just trying to prepare you for it, guys, okay? This team, the way they're playing at the moment, see, they're going to wipe the floor with us. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Yeah. I just want to say I wish the team the best of luck in tonight's game. I'll be rooting for them, of course. I am a die-hard Gunner myself. Very disappointed with the last 3 games, of course. But you can't hide from the fact that we're just not good enough to lift the title this season. And to be honest, it's our best chance in 19 seasons, and I don't think we're going to be any closer next season. The team were let down by the board, I think, this season a little bit because we did not sign the players we could have to strengthen our title challenge, because we have been good this season. And we have issued a title challenge, and we have been up there since August, since the league started. We have been up there, and yeah, we'll have to see what happens. You know what I mean? But we have been good this season up to just before the last 3 games, and we completely bottled it. A lot of people using that term, yeah, bottlers. We bottled it. I think it's fair to say we are bottlers. We did bottle it. Saying that the team is young, this, that, and the other. Man United had a young team back in the day. They didn't have a problem in the trouble. Not that our team was at that level, but they had young players too, and they did not bottle it. So, you know what I mean? It all comes down to ability. There's no Cesc Fabregas. There's no Nasri. No players like that have a pair of balls. We have Odegaard. You know what I mean? And that's the difference I'm talking about as well. That will to win, that desire, that hunger, that power, that strength. It's not just about footballing ability. It's about believing in yourself and actually going out there and doing something. And actually manning up. You know what I mean? And playing like a man and not a boy. And Arsenal have been terrible in the last 3 games. So I don't know. Think what you like of it, guys. Make your own minds up. But prepare yourselves for later, because I don't want anybody to be disappointed or this, that, and the other. Oh, I didn't see it coming, this crap. We're going to get mashed royally up in Manchester. And then there'll be 2 points behind us with 2 games at hand. And that is pretty much that for us this season. And then we have Chelsea and we have Newcastle. Newcastle absolutely demolished Spurs 6-1 recently. So yeah, that's what lies in wait for us when we go up to Newcastle. A team flying high, and up into 3rd. And yeah, I think we'll finish 2nd, of course, this season. But that is, of course, a disappointment because we've been leading the league since August. And now we're just going to let Manchester City slip in for the league title without a fight, which is what they've done over the last 3 games. You know what I mean? It is what it is, guys. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I could talk for another hour about the way the team have played the last 3 games. Yeah, thank you to everyone for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Like this video, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to donate some money if you want, guys, because I am monetized. Yeah, make a little donation to the Old School Gunner. I'd appreciate it. And take care, yeah, and all the best to the team tonight. Like I said, I'm a die-hard Arsenal fan. I supported them since I was a small fella. All the best to the team tonight, and I'll be rooting for them, yeah. I'll say a prayer for them tonight up in Manchester because they're going to need it. All right, guys, but it's going to be a straight L. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out. Come on, you Gunners. Peace.